Season 2 has dropped. I have successfully unlocked a couple of the weapons. I haven't got the Avances yet, but that is Battle Pass level requirement, so that is what it is. I have the M16. The M16 is good, however, I think it's a bit bugged. The reason I say that is because it says that the foregrip is supposed to reduce vertical, well, it says vertical recoil control, but at the reduction of hipfire accuracy. Fair enough. However, with the torch on, I have less vertical recoil than with the foregrip, so that kind of doesn't make much sense. I think the way to run this gun, realistically, is probably just like this, with a suppressor and a Cobra and the foregrip, if that's really what you're going to run. A laser sight would probably be better, actually, to be fair, than a torch, but we'll get more into that later. The flash suppressor has pretty much the same stats as the factory barrel, so I would have that instead of the factory barrel, just because you can at least, you know, remove your muzzle flash. It won't remove you from the minimap. If you're close to an enemy, you'll still appear as a red blip, but from a distance, people won't be able to see your muzzle flash as much. And then just have the heavy barrel there as, like, you know, an extra. I don't know what sights you like to run. The iron sights are a bit dog shit. I'm going to fully admit that, but at the same time, I kind of like them, I guess. And the other thing, I suppose, is run some sort of a sight that's got some sort of range. I prefer the PKA 3.4 because it's got a sort of medium magnification, and the reticle, the bit that you aim with, the stuff inside the scope, is nice and clean. I haven't really used any of these scopes. I didn't use them when I played Battlefield 3 back in the day. So apart from maybe the 6x scope, but again, that'll give you scope glint. So if you're going to run that, I would run that, and probably with the bipod as well. So at least then, so you've got the bipod and the heavy barrel and then the scope. At least then you've got some sort of range. But I would also, as well, run the M320HE on the underslung. So at least you've got options. You've always got options, which is good to have. It's good to have options. I haven't, as I said, unlocked the Avances yet because that is Battle Pass linked, so until I'm level 34 on the Battle Pass, which I'm not, I'm level 23, so in about sort of, what, 10-ish ranks, 11-ish ranks, depending on how many I've got. And this is not a very good gun, from what I can ascertain. From what people have told me, from talking to other people, this gun is not particularly very good. There's something off about it, and people aren't really enjoying it at all. It probably needs to have some sort of a buff or change made to it. I don't know what it is. I haven't used it personally. It has a very slow rate of fire, but I'm not sure how much it bounces around or whatever else. It might be really good for a long range, sort of sat on top of a hill, laying down, suppressing fire on an objective sort of thing. If you were to put a big scope on it, maybe. I'm not sure. This gun, the AM40, I have unlocked it. It has the cleanest iron sights I've seen on a gun ever. Like, I'm not even joking. The iron sights are fucking glorious. However, it appears to be bugged in the sense that I have got, 146 kills with this gun, and all of my attachments are not unlocking. So I've got these ones. I've also got that one, which is unlocked through, normally it's unlocked through a special assignment that you have to do with each gun. So it would normally be like, get 50 kills from over 150 meters away with a gun, and you unlock that. But I got that for 25 kills, which is a bit random. I think that's a bit crazy. Also, I think the scope is a bit crazy as well, because this gun really is not designed for anything more than like close range blitzing. So yeah, I'm not sure about this gun. I have got it on just because sometimes it is a viable option if you're just going to put it in single fire and plink away. But like I said, I think it's bugged because, as you can see, I should clearly have these attachments, but I don't. And I've tried, like, just literally running around and shooting people with it as much as possible. Maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe I was in a lobby with too many bots or something at one point and I didn't get the right amount of human kills. Maybe they're still locked because I haven't got human kills with them. I don't really know. So there's that. It has, so you get like high power weapons, high power ammo. That's the default that it comes with, but you get 20 bullets of that. And then you get standard issue, but it says that there's 30, but there's only 20. So even though it says 30, it's clearly 20. So you get the same amount of bullets in either of them, which I think is a bit stupid, because you don't actually get an extended version of the stand. You get the standard issue drum mag, granted, but you don't get like a high power extended, so that would take it up to 30. Whereas, you know, that is not. It's different. Okay, so there's that. Overall, do I like this gun? I mean, yes and no. Like I said, the iron sights are fucking glorious. The iron sights are amazing. Like, as far as iron sights go, I think the only cleaner iron sights I've actually used would probably be on the SVAR. In terms of clean sight picture, just easy to track targets and whatever else. In comparison, the iron sights on the M16A3 are dog shit. You might as well just be aiming with nothing. Oh, speaking of dog shit iron sights, I also have the P51 unlocked, which again is Battle Pass, so it's not something you can unlock sort of organically, I suppose. Again, I think this, I'm not sure, is this one bugged as well? Because I thought I had, okay, so I haven't actually reached the certain milestones yet. But obviously, it's alright. It's not actually very good. I thought maybe it would be styled to be more of a sort of a hip-fire weapon, because when you ADS, the recoil is fucking insane. It goes immediately up to the left, really sharp, and then jerks to the right, and then goes straight up sort of thing. It feels really strange, so I'm not sure about that. Did figure out though that you can change your collection tab by pressing triangle or Y on Xbox, and whatever button you have keybound for that. So triangle on controller is to switch weapons, so I imagine maybe Q would do that, maybe. I don't know what it's bound to on a keyboard, but anyway, and then you can look through your other, you know, like factions and whatever else at Portal. Did notice something earlier on. I unlocked the AEK971. Didn't realise they'd even added this, but it's only for Battlefield 3 and Bad Company 2 currently. Also the M249 SAW. Kind of confused though, because to unlock the AEK971 in Battlefield 3, you need to get 50 kills with the AEK971. Now, what if you don't have that unlocked? Well, luckily, or unluckily, depending on how you want to take it, you unlock the AEK971 on Bad Company 2 completely differently. So you unlock it on there, then you have to, presumably you have to use it on Battlefield Bad Company 2 to then unlock it for Battlefield 3. I don't know why they chose this route. I don't know why you couldn't just get X amount of kills with something else somewhere else, but they also have the M249 SAW in Bad Company 2, and in Bad Company 3, Battlefield 3, they also have the M249 SAW. Again, it says kills with the M249 SAW. Now, how you're supposed to get kills with the M249 SAW if you haven't unlocked it, again, I think it's basically to do with Bad Company 2. So for this, for instance, it says you need to get kills with the M60, M60E4, M240B, or the M249 SAW. So, you know, basically just use any machine gun and get kills with it, and revive people with a defib. So I would say slap on, suppose you can't really do that. I was going to say go into normal and then slap on the M60, but if you don't have the M60 unlocked, it's kind of difficult to do. Oh, and they also added 2 new guns to 1942, the game mode that I don't think anyone really plays, but the Bren, I kind of, honestly, genuinely, and this is me being completely serious here, I want them to bring the Bren to the base game multiplayer. I know that sounds crazy, but I think the Bren is one of those guns that have been used for the last 100 plus years by modern and pre-industrial sort of armies and shit. It is one of those guns that has lingered for hundreds of years. There are pictures that you can find of people in Ukraine currently using that gun that their granddaddy left them or something. Like, it's crazy just how many people still use that gun. Wouldn't mind seeing the STG-44 pulled over as well. Apparently they added sights to these guns, so I'm guessing it's sort of a Battlefield 5 thing. Yeah, the Latte sight, well, the NIDAR sight, and the medium range scope. So that's something, I suppose. I'm not sure. Oh right, okay, you can use the AA sight. Well, I'd rather have the AA sight than that. I don't know why you'd want that. Did they put any other sights on any of the guns? So they got one for the M1 Garand. Why you'd give a NIDAR sight for the M1 Garand and not, like, you know, a 3x scope or something is beyond me. What about this one? I suppose no, because it's just the Kar 98 without a scope. What about the actual sniper rifles? Did they add any more scopes of these? Oh, they did. Okay, they added a medium range scope. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's actually, that's alright. I'm alright with that. And I suppose with this they added a long range scope. Oh no, a medium scope. Okay. Okay, well that's pretty interesting. I'm guessing this is a latte sight. Okay, that's fucking dope. I used to use that shit on Battlefield 5 all the time. So that is just gonna be pure heaven. Obviously those are there. I don't imagine they would have added anything to the pistols. No, they didn't. I suppose that makes sense. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the stuff that's been added and that I've had the chance to unlock and play with. I have also unlocked the new Crawford guy. I haven't used his mounted Vulcan cannon. Well, I haven't used it personally. I haven't got it out and deployed it, but I've seen other people use it, and it seems a bit underwhelming. It spins up really fast, and it, if you've got it in the right sort of, it's not very good for long range. It's better for like medium close range, which is kind of stupid because obviously you have that tiny little window that you can get sniped from. I've sniped a lot of people out of those little windows, the little turrets and shit, and it's easy to kill to a rocket. So if you see someone using it, and you've got a rocket, just shoot one of your bad boy rockets at it, and they'll be gone in an instant. Haven't unlocked the concussion grenade yet, but that's in about 5 ranks of the battle pass, so that's not going to take too long. I'm not sure why they added the concussion grenade, if I'm honest, because realistically it looks like it's going to be more of an annoyance. I mean, just looking at that there, like, you're blind for about a second and then everything's blurry. And I can kind of see that maybe if you were literally about to get like ham-fisted by 7 guys in a corner, ooh daddy, you could throw it on the floor, turn around and escape, sort of thing. But I don't I don't think it's really a useful weapon. But anyway, that's pretty much what I've got currently. As for this gun here, the AM40, I think it's going to be really more useful as like the developers said it was going to be, which is sort of a close range assault rifle. So in the right hands, someone who can use like smoke and pake and maybe like spotting beacons and stuff, you know, the pokeballs, it might be really over the top, because it also has a very fast fire rate. I mean, like, so 850 with standard rounds and 800 with the high power. There aren't many guns that can compete with that. The only one that can compete with that is this with a short barrel, which is 860. So that actually has a plus 10 faster fire rate, and that's with standard ammo, like, you know. So I'm not sure how good that'll be. I think this has got an 800 fire rate. Yeah, it has. Does it lose fire rate speed with any attachments at all? Doesn't gain it either. No. Okay. So overall, I'm pretty happy. I like the M16. It's very good. It's the only downside with the M16, and it's one of the things that you'll notice if you use it, is that because it doesn't have an extended magazine, you will be reloading very often because it runs out of ammo super fast. Like, because of the 800 round RPM fire rate, you will completely run out of ammo faster than you can reload it. And the same goes for the PF51, really. Even though it's, you know, it's got I think it's a 50 round mag or something like that, it's still like really just, it's just not good. Like, if it was set up to be hipfire, so a hipfire player's best friend, like, okay, so let me just go back to the guns. Okay, so this gun here, the G57, okay, in hipfire, this thing will kill people up to about 15 or 20 meters away from you. Now that's fucking far, okay, and that's with carefully timed bursts. This gun, hipfire, the MP28, not very good in longer ranges or medium ranges, but if they're up in your face, fantastic. I've not really used the M44 very much because it's single action and it makes it very painful to use. But this, you need to ADS with it, and I think that's a bit of a, like I said, the recoil pulls up and to the left immediately, and then it just darts to the right, and if you're not paying attention, you can just get completely sidelined with it. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you didn't, a dislike. If you're new and you liked it so much you want to subscribe, there is a link somewhere on your screen. But that's it from me for this video. I'm going to go and make myself a cup of tea because I'm British and we do those things. And remember, there are things and stuff, words, verbs and adjectives. There you go.